Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, is now being accused of drugging and raping a 13-year-old girl at an after-party following the 2000 Video Music Awards in New York City.
That's when I start saying crazy stuff, because I love looking and I go, oh, that shit big on me.
So Beyonce jumped down on you.
She jumped down. Oh, she was like on a windowsill.
Right.
We was in Vegas. She said, come on, I'm talking to her. She jumped out, she was like, duh, duh, duh. And I'm like, wait, what is she doing?
50 Cent just dropped a bombshell hinting at a connection between Beyonce and Jay-Z to one of the music industry's darkest accusations.
It's tough for me to say some of this shit. I sound like a hater, but I don't care.
As Jay-Z faces shocking new lawsuits, fans can't help but wonder, how deep does this rabbit hole go? Could Beyonce have known and even helped? And does this connect to whispers of her scouting for younger talent?
Her beauty and how beautiful she was. And then I listened to her music and I loved her music. She's incredibly talented. I think she's what every female artist should strive to be or strive to be like.
50 Cent's comments have fueled a firestorm, but the biggest question remains, why is Beyonce always so quick to defend Jay-Z at all times?
So Beyonce jumped down on you.
She jumped down. Oh, she was like on a windowsill.
Right.
We was in Vegas. She said, come on, I'm talking to her. She jumped out, she was like, duh, duh, duh. And I'm like, wait, what is she doing?
Could she be afraid of also getting implicated with Jay? From luring in Rihanna and Foxy Brown to shocking allegations about their desire for power and control in Hollywood, the dots are connecting and the story is explosive. Let's break it all down. Jay-Z was recently accused of the unspeakable.
Lawsuit accuses him of raping a 13-year-old girl with Sean Diddy Combs at a house party more than 2 decades ago.
Following the allegations, Jay-Z and his family made their first public appearance, and fellow rapper 50 Cent wasted no time mocking him for it. With wife Beyonce, daughter Blue Ivy Carter, and mother-in-law Tina Knowles by his side, Jay-Z walked the red carpet of the Mufasa premiere in Hollywood, California on Monday, December 9th. 50 Cent took aim at the rapper for the decision, sharing photos of Jay-Z with Beyonce and Blue Ivy at the event via Instagram that same evening. Jay said they said I had a kid. Everybody get dressed. We going to see Mufasa LOL. The Get Rich or Die Tryin' rapper captioned the since-deleted post. The outing marked the first public appearance of Jay-Z since the accusations were made on Sunday, December 8th. Earlier on Monday, 50 Cent took to a different social media platform and appeared to allude to the controversy via a post on his X account, which referenced the Super Bowl. The rapper shared a popular meme of himself sitting in a car and driving away. Okay, I don't know what's going on, but are we going to still have the Super Bowl? He captioned the post. I'm just asking for a friend. Jay-Z's company Roc Nation has played a key part in pulling together the Super Bowl's halftime entertainment since 2020. Kendrick Lamar is currently scheduled to be this year's headliner, performing at the event, which is to be held in February 2025 in New Orleans. When asked about the X post on the Big Boy TV podcast episode later that day, 50 Cent joked, I'm just asking for Kendrick. I'm just trying to figure out if we're still doing everything. He explained that he believed the NFL might want to cut ties after the allegations, adding, they will fall back, the NFL, they won't necessarily be associated with that. However, if there is one person who is determined to protect Jay-Z, it's Beyonce. In a candid conversation with podcast The Breakfast Club, 50 Cent once talked about how he met Beyonce in Vegas before claiming the Halo singer jumped out as she was ready to fight for Jay-Z.
So Beyonce jumped down on you.
She jumped down. Oh, she was like on a windowsill.
Right.
We was in Vegas. She said, come on, I'm talking to her. She jumped out, she was like, duh, duh, duh. And I'm like, wait, what is she doing?
According to 50 Cent, Bey must have thought he and her husband were arguing before she jumped out and pulled a no-nonsense confrontational face at him.
I'm just saying what's up.
Mm-hmm.
But she feeling my energy come over because we do say things about each other. It's competitive nature, that's it.
Yeah.
50 Cent also admitted that he was quite taken aback by Bey's reaction since it was a situation he had not seen coming.
And I'm like, wait, what is she doing? That stuff, that's me and Jay-Z stuff. This ain't got nothing to do with you, girl. Don't come
So Hov wasn't there?
I'm talking to Jay.
He claimed he didn't know how to respond to her because, well, she is still Queen Bee, and he never expected to be in a situation like that with her.
Because I don't know exactly how to respond to this. You are still Beyonce.
Now, you might be wondering why Bey is still defending Jay-Z despite all he is being accused of. One fan actually commented on this saying, Jay-Z is a P-file, allegedly, a cheater and ugly, but Beyonce still stayed with him. This comments prompted a response from another fan who wrote, because she was in on it as well. Well, this person is not alone. Some fans have began speculating that Bey might not only be defending her husband, but also helping him in his shady dealings. In fact, some are even going as far as to claim that Beyonce might have introduced some female artists to Jay-Z, one of them being Rihanna. When Rihanna started out, she was actually a huge fan of Beyonce, just like millions of people back in the day.
Her beauty and how beautiful she was. And then I listened to her music and I loved her music. She's incredibly talented. I think she's what every female artist should strive to be or strive to be like.
Well, that was until she discovered the true colors of the Carters. For years, there have been whispers that Jay-Z's relationship with Rihanna was far from professional. Back in 2009, Chris Brown pleaded guilty to assaulting Rihanna, a shocking event that captured global headlines. But beneath the surface, there was another story that Chris later revealed. He claimed that Rihanna had given him herpes, which was the catalyst for much of the tension between them. According to Brown's $10 million pro-se complaint, he alleged that Rihanna failed to disclose her condition, and when he threatened to take legal action, things escalated. Brown claimed that Rihanna then attacked herself and made it appear as though he was the one who assaulted her, flipping the narrative entirely. In his lawsuit, Chris stated that Rihanna's attack on him was not only physical, but psychological. He described waking up one morning with 3 blisters on his private parts, leading him to panic about his health and the risk of spreading the infection to others. He went on to say that this discovery shattered his relationship with Rihanna and ruined his plans to propose to her. He even wrote the song "Don't Wake Me Up" as a tribute to their relationship, which was ultimately doomed by what he alleged was her betrayal.
Too much light in this window. Don't wake me up.
Chris's accusations didn't stop at the herpes allegations. He claimed that Rihanna's actions and lies cost him millions of dollars in lost endorsements and job opportunities. According to Chris, Rihanna's story of the ass ult was a calculated move to shift the public's perception in her favor and damage his career. These accusations created an even more complex narrative behind their infamous altercation. But as the public tried to digest these claims, more rumors began to surface, raising the question, did Rihanna give herpes to someone else? A model who had previously worked with the singer came forward with allegations that he too had contracted herpes after being with her, adding another layer of controversy to an already scandalous situation. However, the story gets even more convoluted when we look at where Rihanna might have contracted the virus. According to Jaguar Wright, a well-known figure in the music industry who has never been shy about exposing dark secrets, the source of Rihanna's herpes infection may have been Jay-Z.
People don't understand what happened that night. And that's because Jay-Z worked so f***ing hard to change the narrative of that night. Now, Rihanna was only 14, 15 when he started her and signed to the Def Jam. It's clear to say that the herpes that she had came from the person she had been most involved with, and that was Sean Carter.
Jaguar Wright claimed that Jay-Z's involvement with numerous women, including younger artists like Rihanna, may have led to him contracting herpes and then passing it along. Wright's statement suggests that Jay-Z had an affair with Rihanna in her early years at Def Jam when he was a mentor to the budding star. If true, this would place Jay-Z at the center of the entire scandal, connecting the dots between his alleged affairs and Chris Brown's claims of contracting herpes from Rihanna. This allegation fits into a larger narrative about Jay-Z's rumored infidelity, which has long been a point of speculation in the media. Jay-Z's own admission of infidelity in his marriage to Beyonce has further fueled rumors of his relationships with other women, including Rihanna. The timeline of these alleged affairs lines up with the period in which Rihanna and Jay-Z were reportedly romantically involved. Rihanna's rise to fame began when she was just 15 years old, after being discovered by record producer Evan Rogers while she was vacationing in Barbados. Rogers was immediately struck by her presence and unique look, stating, "If that girl can sing, then holy-ish." This encounter led to her first single, Ponder Replay, being recorded and sent to various record labels. By December 2004, Rihanna's demo landed on Jay-Z's desk at Def Jam, where he served as president of the label. He was so impressed with the young singer that he allegedly told her there were only 2 ways out of the meeting room: through the door with a signed contract or through the window if she refused.
There are 2 ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal sign or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
So you was like, where's the pen? Where's the paper? I'm signing.
Rihanna signed with Def Jam that night, marking the start of her meteoric rise to stardom. Under Jay-Z's guidance, Rihanna went on to release a string of hits, including Umbrella, which became a global anthem. Their professional relationship seemed unshakable, but rumors of a romantic involvement persisted. Celebrity biographer J. Randy Taraborelli fueled these rumors in his book, Becoming Beyonce, The Untold Story, where he claimed that Jay-Z and Rihanna were romantically involved as early as 2005. According to the book, Beyonce was so uncomfortable with the situation that she briefly split from Jay-Z for a year due to her suspicions. The disturbing part is that this isn't an isolated incident. Jay-Z's reputation has been tainted with multiple claims of inappropriate behavior with young women in the industry, and some believe that Diddy knows more about this than he's letting on. For context, Foxy Brown allegedly confessed that her ticket to rap stardom came at a cost, and it all happened while she was young. There are rumors that she claims Jay-Z, then 27, took her V-card when she was just 15 years old, and that Hova, who as the story goes, has a horse-like you-know-what, funded her shopping trips and pampering at hair and nail salons while she was still in high school, all to get into bed with her.
In the beginning, we'd jump in the van, we'd go to Maryland, we'd go anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Allegedly, Jay-Z, according to Foxy, has a thing for trans people. The claim is that she said she discovered this after one began calling and harassing her shortly after Jay-Z gave her the G infection.
Yeah, I think about what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think about what I'm gonna do.
Allegedly, she claimed that during one of her sessions with Jay-Z, there had been a video recording involved. This session was far from private, as another high-profile individual was allegedly present, none other than the multi-talented Jamie Foxx, who played the role of Wanda in the iconic sketch comedy show In Living Color. It appears Foxy's supposed account ventured into even murkier territory when she allegedly disclosed that Jay-Z had compelled her to sign multiple non-disclosure agreements or gag orders related to an intimate encounter that involved all three of them, herself, Jamie Foxx, and Jay-Z. She asserted that this encounter was, in fact, a threesome. The sensational twist in this story occurred when, shortly after this incident, the alleged videotape of that supposed particular rendezvous mysteriously disappeared from her home. Foxy Brown firmly believes that Jay-Z had a hand in the disappearance of this tape, raising suspicions about his involvement in the alleged theft. But this is only the tip of the iceberg. Beyond the shocking revelations and claims, there are claims that Foxy Brown divulged another intriguing facet of Jay-Z's life. Supposedly, according to her, there was an enduring consistency in Jay-Z's world that could not be ignored. She allegedly hinted at a connection between Jay-Z and Larry Johnson, suggesting that their relationship may have been more than just casual friendship. The fact that Jay-Z had once shared an apartment with the NBA player, who had a prior association with Roc lent some credence to her insinuations. In her alleged candid recollection of her experiences with Jay-Z, it seems Foxy did not hold back when it came to expressing her sentiments about Jay's wife, Beyonce. Her feelings towards Beyonce were far from sugar-coated, to say the least. Foxy Brown left no room for ambiguity in her candid remarks regarding the global superstar. She allegedly revealed that Bey had also been infected by Jay-Z. Anyway, another female artist who allegedly went through the vicious hands of Jay-Z and Beyonce is Blu Cantrell. In the early 2000s, Blu Cantrell was one of the biggest names in R&B and even gave Beyonce a run for her money and her man. Tracks like Hit 'Em Up Style and Breathe shot up the charts in the US and beyond. But after years of success, the singer disappeared from the public eye.
I always listened to jazz as a child. It was something that was always in my house, and, Manhattan Transfers.
Blu, real name Tiffany Cobb, moved from Rhode Island to New York City to try and make it as a singer when she was just 17 years old. Despite her obvious talents, the talented singer had no luck in the Big Apple. But during a random visit to Atlanta to visit her sister, someone finally took an interest in her. She had been visiting the city when someone approached her in a hotel lobby and told her that she looked like a singer. Funny, they should say that. And I said, well, actually, I am a singer. I guessed it was a pickup line, but he brought me to Red Zone and they signed me after they heard me sing, Blu told Polestar in a 2001 interview. Before long, Blu had 5 different record labels fighting for her to sign with them, which is a bit more like it if you ask me. Eventually, she agreed to sign with Arista Records, though she may have signed on that dotted line a little too eagerly.
While he was scheming, I was beaming in the beamer, just steaming.
She released her first single, Hit 'Em Up Style, in April 2001, and it was an immediate hit. The song reached number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 and even earned her a Grammy nomination for Best Female R&B Vocal Performance. Pretty decent for your first ever single. Remember, around this time, Beyonce was also hitting her peak in the music industry. The success continued for Blu that year with the release of her debut album, So Blue, which was certified platinum. She was on the up and up all the way through 2003 when she released her second album, Bittersweet, which included the hit single Breath featuring Sean Paul, which coincidentally also became a TikTok hit and earned her second Grammy nomination, this time for Best R&B Album. And that's when her trouble with Queen Bey began. Amid all her success, Blu was constantly plagued with rumors that she had an intense feud with superstar Beyonce. Of course, Beyonce is arguably the biggest pop star in the world today, but in the early 2000s, Miss B had just launched her solo career with the album Dangerously in Love and was in the early stages of her relationship with Jay-Z. Since Blu had a close friendship with Jay and was releasing chart-topping R&B singles right around the same time as Bey started to, it was only a matter of time before the whispers started. Blu insisted to anyone who asked that nothing was going on between her and Jay, though she once admitted to Wendy Williams that she had a big crush on him.
I really like him though. And I don't care who he's dating. I always had a crush on him, though.
Anyway, despite all the shady things he's being accused of, there is speculation that Jay-Z might just escape what is coming to him. Have you ever noticed how everyone around Jay-Z gets exposed, but somehow he always manages to stay clean? It's like all his associates turn out to have scandals, and he remains untouched, looking like a saint. Then there's the eerie pattern of rappers who are potentially ahead of Jay-Z, but they tragically pass away, and suddenly, Jay-Z's career skyrockets. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? No such thing as too many coincidences, right? Jaguar Wright once questioned how many times can someone get lucky before it starts to look suspicious. That's kind of what's happening with Jay-Z.
If you're a halfway intelligent person, when do you start questioning how lucky some keep getting?
There are rumors floating around that he might have a hand in exposing all these celebrities' secrets, protecting his own reputation while doing so. The big gossip is that Jay-Z has someone in his circle who's known for being a snitch, and that's Desiree Perez. She's a big name in his company, but here's the juicy part. Back in her past, Desiree got caught with a massive amount of drugs in Miami. Like 35 kilos of coke from Griselda Blanco, kinda massive. Instead of taking the fall, she cut a deal with the feds, flipped, and started wearing wires to help take down some big players in the drug world. In the hip-hop culture, where defying authority is almost celebrated, being a snitch is seen as a huge betrayal. I mean, Desiree Perez wasn't just any informant. She played a major role in some high-stakes DEA operations. That's why there's a lot of buzz right now about Jay-Z possibly playing a bigger game behind the scenes, especially when it comes to other big players in the music industry like Diddy. People are really starting to wonder if he's the one pulling the strings. Think about it. Diddy's been a major player for ages, but suddenly, all sorts of scandals and old stories are popping up out of nowhere. Old videos are resurfacing, his house gets raided, things are looking pretty intense for him. While it's true that Diddy's past isn't spotless and maybe he's facing some karma, the timing and severity of these events have folks speculating if someone with a lot of power is targeting him to knock his empire down a peg. And a lot of fingers are pointing at Jay-Z. Jaguar Wright, who's always been pretty outspoken, has thrown her 2 cents in, claiming Jay-Z set up Diddy.
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up.
Then you've got Demon Wilson adding his perspective with a really interesting analogy about overseers on plantations. He said these overseers had power given by the plantation owners, and they used it to keep the slaves in check, mainly because the overseers wanted to keep their status secure. As long as the slaves were productive and making money, the overseers' positions were safe. Wilson's comparing this to the way the entertainment industry operates. As long as celebrities like Diddy are making money for the big shots, they can do pretty much anything. But the moment they stop bringing in the cash or start causing problems, it seems like those in power are ready to show them who's boss. This comparison is pretty heavy, but paints a clear picture of the kind of cutthroat tactics that might be going on behind the scenes. If these theories are true, it shows a side of the industry that's all about power plays and maintaining control, with Jay-Z potentially at the helm of some major maneuvers.
No matter what they do, no matter how vile it is, the gatekeepers will make it go away. As long as you are making money for the powers that be, you can do anything short of somebody watching you murder somebody. The moment you stop making the money for them, you have no intrinsic value.
Also in the same interview, Jaguar Right Name drops names like DeHaven, Big L, Dame Dash, and R. Kelly, suggesting that Jay-Z has been trying to eliminate competition and be the last man standing in the hip-hop world. She paints a picture of Jay-Z as someone who's not just trying to stay on top, but actively trying to ensure he's the only one there, even if it means pushing out those who were once his closest allies.
He lined up DeHaven. He lined up Big L. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life identity, and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one.
Starting with DeHaven, who was super close to Jay-Z back in the day when they were just a couple of guys from the Marcy houses getting by any way they could, even if it meant bending the law. They were thick as thieves, but as soon as things got real and DeHaven faced a federal drug conspiracy charge, Jay-Z was nowhere to be found. DeHaven even hinted that Jay might have been the one who snitched on him, leading to his arrest. Imagine that, going from best friends to suspects of betrayal. They didn't come to check on me. They didn't follow up with my family, he said of Jay and another friend, Emery. I got word from Jay that, yo, don't worry about it. I got you. DeHaven said that when he was finally able to reach Jay, the rapper said he would help with him with a legal team, but he didn't hear back from him. Other people began copping to pleas and leaving, but DeHaven decided to keep his mouth shut, but his head down, and take his case to trial. He said he had to use a court-appointed attorney, but in the end, it may have been what saved his life.
As you sitting in there in that cell, and you ain't getting no feedback, the case is still going, and the case is still going, and you saying like, well, where's the help at?
Then there's Dame Dash. Everyone knows Dame and Jay-Z were partners in the music biz, building an empire together. But things got messy, real messy. Rumor has it that the rift started because of Aaliyah. Jay supposedly had a thing for her, but she ended up with Dame instead. That love triangle might have been what soured things between Jay and Dame, leading to their professional split and a lot of bad blood. Then Big L's story has got people talking about these wild theories that Jay-Z has been somehow dealing with rappers who get in his way of success. Jaguar Wright throws it back to when Jay-Z was just another rapper in New York trying to make his mark. According to her back then, he was hanging out with Big L, a rapper who was about to hit it big. But just as Big L was set to shine, things took a turn, and suddenly Jay-Z's career started taking off instead. Jaguar thinks that's a bit too convenient to be just a coincidence.
He showed up as the nigga that was with Big L.
Yes.
Big L was who put Jay-Z on. And then Big L died, and then the next thing you know, Jay-Z.
Then you've got the whole situation with the legends, Notorious Big and Tupac. Remember how Jay-Z was getting pretty tight with Biggie and Diddy? Well, after Biggie and Pac tragically passed away, the rap game was pretty much up for grabs, and it turned into a bit of a power struggle. Jay-Z managed to come out looking like the next big thing. In any case, as the allegations against Jay-Z continue to unfold, the implications for the music industry are profound. Fans and critics alike are calling for greater transparency and accountability, not just for Jay-Z, but for all industry leaders. Beyonce's role in this narrative remains unclear, but her silence speaks volumes to many observers. This isn't just about one lawsuit or one couple. It's about the systemic issues within the industry that allow such power dynamics to thrive. Whether Jay-Z and Beyonce are guilty of the allegations or not, the conversation they've sparked is long overdue. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. Bye.